out the weak from who you've been. Can you win this war you're in? Is your point laborious, or will you rise victorious? Oh, take it or break it. Take it or break it. Take it or break it. Earn your throne.
Huh, that's weird. Hey, welcome to Take It or Break It. I'm Corbin. I'm here with John. John, say hello.
You can't make me.
I can't make you?
Nope. I'm not going to do it.
Okay. I mean, it mostly just seems like it would be a polite, decent thing to do for the audience, but
Well, we live in a time of eroding norms, so I don't,
so you're just gonna be rude about it.
Well, I'm here. I'm here, right?
Okay. All right. Okay. Look, I have Asperger's. And one of the things I think you learn when you have Asperger's and you sort of start to think about it is that, is that being polite, I mean, it has something of a moral dimension, and even though these things, might seem arbitrary sometimes, participating in them makes people feel at ease. And it's kind.
Listen, I'm going to stop. So. I'm going to stop you right there. I'm just going to say hello because at this point it just seems convenient because you're making such a fuss out of things, and I want that to stop. So hello.
Okay. Hi, John.
Hey.
Crumbelievable. Okay. Me and John are talking about New Jersey numbers today.
Semiotics, baby.
Semiotics, baby. About whether or not some of these players are throwing up some concerning signs with their jersey numbers.
So I did a post about this, asking people to throw in some ideas. Right. The one that came up the most often was Dwight Howard wearing number 39.
Okay, ridiculous
for the Lakers.
It sounds ridiculous to me.
It's obviously ridiculous.
Okay.
I had it back and forth about this with Eric Freeman, though, in which he sort of compared it to Meta World Peace wearing 37 for the Lakers. And to me, and this is mostly me, I don't want to necessarily include Eric in this theorem, it's along the lines of a rich history of Kobe sublimation. So I feel like Artest or Meta World Peace wearing such a weird number, 37, was part of something he did to sort of sublimate himself beneath the Kobe glory, right? And it's almost like Kobe is still on the Lakers, and he's making Dwight wear this dunce hat, number 39.
Okay, not the worst theory I've heard. I will say that Artest, he wore 37 for a specific reason.
Oh, he did?
Yes, that was the number of weeks that Thriller was on top of the Billboard 200 charts.
He just made that up later, though. That wasn't the real reason.
What? Come on. No, come on.
The real reason is that Kobe made him do it.
Okay, all right. John, that sounds like bullshit to me.
Well, you can believe the truth if you want, or you can believe what you're being told.
The other thing about this is that Artest is a genuine eccentric.
He is a genuine eccentric.
There is no industry, there's no life that Artest could have lived in which people would have said, "Oh, that's hey, old Ron, that's a pretty normal guy we know."
No, that's true, and I don't mean to make too close of a comparison between these two people. That's absolutely not what I mean to do.
Yeah, Dwight.
But 37 and 39 are both let's get to work numbers. That's for sure.
Oh, Well, I don't know about 39. I mean, 39 is just such an absurd, like, because 37 at least has I think has a gentle poeticism to it. You know what I mean? It's two prime numbers. It's two.
37's a prime number, yeah.
It is?
37, yeah.
In and of itself is a prime number?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is. I can't think of anything that would divide into it.
Yeah, no. 39, of course, divisible by 3.
Of course. And 13.
We're always talking about how 39 is divisible by 3 and 13.
Yeah. This is all to say, 37's a prime number. There's some elegance there. I think that 37 sounds nice rolling off the tongue. 39 is a dog shit slop number.
Big shouts to Nick Van Exel for wearing 37.
Of course, yeah. Cool player, Nick Van Exel.
Dwight Howard, not a cool player.
No, not even close. And I would say that, like, who's the coolest player you could think of off the top of your head right now? If Ichiro wore 37, I'd be like, that's cool. But Ichiro would never wear 37.
True.
It is a lineman number. Maybe that's what Dwight's trying to do here.
It's not even a lineman number.
It isn't? Oh, no, those are usually higher, aren't they?
I can't even think of a football player who wears 37.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do this. NFL 37. There's not a lot. I guess like a cornerback might wear 37.
All right. Well, Dwight is clearly not a quarterback.
No, corner.
I know. I meant to say cornerback, and it came out quarter.
Which he clearly isn't a cornerback either.
Yeah.
Not even a lot of 37 in the NFL, really.
Yeah, this number sucks. It's so shitty.
39. You mean.
Yeah, 39. It's so bad. It's some look at me bullshit. It sucks. It's garbage. It's so bad.
Deion Sanders wore 37 at one point.
All right. Well, he was Neon Deion.
Yeah.
Wait, when did he wear 37? Was this some tail end bullshit? Or...
It seems like it might have been just tail end bullshit, yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, when he was on the fucking Ravens.
Oof. Ooh. Ooh.
39, though, is like absolutely some... You have to wear this number or we won't let you on the team kind of shit.
Yeah. They also, like... I'm not going to make that joke. Yeah, it's horrible. 39 is horrible. Did I say 37 over the last minute? I meant to say 39.
I don't hate 39 like you do.
I hate 39. I think it's terrible. I think Dwight is a goon.
I think that Dwight is a goon and that him wearing 39 is terrible. I don't think that it's, in essence, a terrible number. What kind of NBA player could wear 39 and make you go, oh, that's tight? Draymond.
No, well, Draymond's number is already perfect.
I know, but if he were to go to a different team and have a different number and it was 39, I'd be like, that's tight. PJ Tucker could also wear 39.
PJ Tucker, I'll give you.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Honestly, Artest could have worn 39, and I probably would have been on board.
De'Aaron Fox could wear 39.
I don't know, man. I think De'Aaron Fox has to be in the...
He has to have a low number.
Yeah, has to have a low number in the 1 through 10 range. I don't think... yeah.
You don't think he would, if he was wearing a weird, big, strange number like 39, you don't think he would take on uncanny qualities? It would just be strange and lopsided?
I think it would just be strange.
It would just be bloat.
Yeah. There's a lot... Yeah, exactly. It would be bloat. There's a lot of efficiency there, you know?
You don't think there's a point guard who could wear 39 and achieve the uncanny?
Well, you know, I'm about to say one that I think is a little odd, but I think that Chris Paul could do that.
Of course he could. Because
Because Chris Paul is not efficient. I mean, his production is efficient, but his personality is weird and bloated.
Yes.
Like, it would be 3 plus also 36 for the 36 amount of baggage I have.
Let's call it a top-heavy personality.
Yeah. I think that Jimmy Butler could wear 39.
Well, we're going to get to that in a second.
Okay.
But Jimmy Butler, much like Chris Paul, does not have, even distribution amidst his various neuroses and emotions.
That's true. I would argue he has even less than Chris Paul, which is, kind of impressive.
Well, did you see what Jimmy's new number is on the Heat?
Or is that where we're going? Is that our next number? Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I do not recall it off the top of my head. What is he wearing?
22.
Okay. So, what did Butler won before?
He was 21 on the Bulls, 23 on both the Wolves and Sixers.
Okay, so first off, let's just call this what it fucking is.
Splitting the difference.
Yeah, it's some Jordan cosplay bullshit.
You think it's Jordan? I think it's more Kobe than Jordan for him to go 22.
Oh, because, well, in fairness, Kobe did it as Jordan cosplay bullshit. Like, Kobe's number sucked, too. Let's not.
24 was awful.
Awful. Horrible. So stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm Jordan plus, baby.
Jordan, like, if you added 1.
It's maybe the worst number of all time.
What is the 1? 1 of what is being added?
Yeah. I don't know.
1 midichlorian.
Yeah, I'm like Michael Jordan, but I'm marginally better at shooting 3-pointers by volume.
As completely as a result of, cultural change.
Yeah, bingo.
Not having anything to do with innate ability.
Yeah. I'm also worse at everything else.
But so Jimmy, at first I was like, 22. I was a little optimistic because, first of all, not Michael Jordan. Right, he's not doing 23 anymore. It's like good, but also he can't wear 23 on the Heat.
That's true because they retired the number
because Pat Riley has never felt any greater than he did getting cucked by Michael Jordan.
That's true. Yeah, and we're not even talking about in basketball where Michael Jordan literally fucked his wife.
Listen, on the surface level, and in for most of the truth, Pat Riley is just a savage competitor, right? A very competitive man who always wants to win. But beneath that is just this overwhelming desire to be cucked. He just wants to be like really, really cucked.
Yeah, the Knicks teams were the only time he was ever actually happy.
Yeah, he wants to be cucked at the highest level is the thing.
Yeah.
Like he can't, not just anybody can do it. He has to be good enough so that Michael Jordan can do it.
Yeah. Like that's the ultimate desire.
So you beat everyone, and then this guy cucks you.
And then Michael Jordan just fucking that fucking. The Miami Heat retiring Jordan's number thing is the most embarrassing shit imaginable.
Yeah, it is.
Because like the sort of idea is that MLB retired Jackie Not Robinson's number 42
for every team. And the last person to wear it was also one of the best players of all time.
That's true.
Happens to be a big time Trump supporter, but still one of the best players.
Also closer. Maybe if he was actually good at pitching, he could have thrown a few more innings. But
I think that's a pretty poor misunderstanding.
I've posted this before and had baseball guys go like, "Yeah, get him." So I'm just saying that.
Well, they're just sad that he was unbeatable for so long, and he probably beat their teams and about the Trump thing. So I mean,
but this is all to say. But also, Robinson was an important social figure.
Yeah, he sure was.
He helped change society. Michael Jordan, although I don't like it when people attribute all kinds of social ills to Jordan.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
But also, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and be like, Michael Jordan was the Jackie Robinson of basketball. That's a horrible thing to say.
Yeah, he was not.
And so Riley, in making that gesture to Jordan, is putting being kick-ass at basketball and also opening up absurd commercial opportunities for the sport on level with integrating the major leagues.
Well, and he's doing it unilaterally too. It's not like a league-wide thing. He's just like, this is so important to me that whether or not you guys want to adopt it, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like almost if you're like trying to make plans with a large group of friends, and it's kind of difficult. And you're like, fuck you all, I'm going to this bar. If you want to join me, you can join me, but I'm going there anyway.
I know people who do that.
I've done it before.
Yeah. I will say it does work.
It does work in my experience, actually.
Yeah, but everybody who's there is mad at you.
It's not working for Pat Riley.
No, of course not.
Not even a
this
little
is a terrible idea. It's such a bad idea. Okay, anyway, back to Butler.
So the question is, Corbin, do you think if Jimmy Butler could wear 23 on the Heat, he would?
Good question. I don't know.
Me neither.
I will say, I think that him wearing 22 is him trying to put out there in a not subtle way, like, I'm always striving. I will always be one less than the greatest, but I'm always striving to make myself into a basketball killing machine.
Conspicuously, 21 is right there, his old number.
Exactly.
And he chose not to do
he also said, but now he's saying like, I've exceeded 21.
Right. Maybe not as much as I thought I had, but still, I'm a stronger man.
Yeah.
I'm still a stronger man. But he's not doing 24 to be like, yo, like, I'm actually even better than I thought I was. Mm-hmm. It's somewhat a little bit humbling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, it's in line with Jimmy's whole aesthetic, which is, I will die. I will die to work hard for this shit. Kind of stuff.
It's humbling, but it's fake humbling. It's definitely a humble brag number.
Oh yeah, 100%. In a way, like it's gross, but also it's the perfect Jimmy Butler number.
Has there ever been a more humble brag number?
No, no, because Kobe's was just an outright brag.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the most humble brag number I think we've ever seen.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. It's incredible.
I'm actually fucking impressed.
Yeah, honestly, congratulations. It would be like if, I don't even know if I could think of another example. You know what I mean? Sorry, I just tried to think of another example, and I could not.
I'm floored, honestly. But hey, guys, if you're listening and you can think of another example of a humble brag number, please share it with us.
Yeah, hit us up on Twitter.com, on Chatterbait,
I want to give a shout to Ryan Prinz, who shared the picture of Jimmy in the number 22 jersey.
Okay.
We have at Ben Thrifty, Francis, is asking us if we've ever analyzed Donovan Mitchell's number 45.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have, but I do think the meaning of it is obvious.
Well, I don't. What do you think?
I mean, he's clearly signaling to the fan base in Utah that he gets it.
How so?
Well, number 45, what else do we associate that with these days?
Well, Obama is the 45th president. Oh, no, Trump is the 45th president, isn't he?
Yeah, so he's messaging to his fan base.
Wow, I don't know about that. I think that, I think he just likes the number. Boy, I don't know. Maybe it is. Except that, Utah isn't really Trump country either, I
mean, I'm obviously joking, but what would be the number that was like a Mitt Romney number?
What? What would be...
Mitt Romney actually, 45 also means Mitt Romney.
Yeah, because he would have been the 45th president if he had beat Obama.
He's also sublimated himself to Trump's legacy. So
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's where I would go with Donovan Mitchell.
That's fair. He actually wore 45 in college.
Yeah,
so.
I think he might just like the number.
Why do you think he likes it?
I got to tell you, I will say this. I think it's a nice number. I think it looks good on the back of a jersey.
So you like 45 but not 39?
Yes. 45 is not a ridiculous number. It's divisible by 9. None of those numbers are ridiculous.
Notable wearers of 45, not too many of them historically.
Okay. That's
Chuck Person.
Mm-hmm. The Rifleman.
The Rifleman, yeah. That's honestly kind of it. There are other people who've worn it, but he's the
It was when D-Day happened. Maybe Donovan Mitchell is trying to show solidarity with the brave men of the invasion of Normandy.
Pretty common number actually in the NBA, 45. Just very rarely on
somebody important. I think it's a good number.
Yeah.
I think it's a good number. Yeah, I don't think it's obscene in any way. I think it's a good number. Rolls off the tongue.
Rick Smits wore it. Gerald Wallace wore it with 3 different teams.
Well, Gerald Wallace is fucking cool.
Gerald Wallace is cool.
Yeah. Sorry, he was so cool on the Blazers. I just wrote about him very briefly for Willamette Week.
What'd you have to say?
He was on a team. He was on the team very briefly. You may recall. And that team's best lineup was Andre Miller, Wes Matthews, Nick Batum, Gerald Wallace, LaMarcus Aldridge, which is a very modern lineup that was happening 2 years before anybody knew that was a modern lineup. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that lineup just kicked ass. And Gerald Wallace was the engine of it because he would just run around like a fucking madman and sacrifice soul and body to make that shit work. And he's tight. He's a fucking tight player.
He's a tight guy.
Yeah, tight player. This is what I'll say about Donovan Mitchell's selection of 45. I think it's a good number.
You like it?
I like it.
I like it too. It seems like it's there for the taking.
Mm-hmm.
It's a solid number, just removed from basketball, just as a number generally.
Mm-hmm.
And it's weird that nobody owns it yet, and he's like, "I'm going to."
Yeah, exactly. You know what? Exactly. And I will say this: I don't know if he's gonna quite get there, but
I don't know if he's gonna quite get there. But it's way better than trying to wear 23 or some shit.
I agree. Unless you're. Whatever, we've talked about that before. That's the best number in the NBA right now. But
what's the best number?
Is Draymond wearing 23? It's incredible.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it's amazing. We should, of course, mention that Michael Jordan wore 45 for half of a season.
Oh, that's the Death Jordan.
Death Jordan, yeah.
Yes. I doubt that Donovan Mitchell is wearing it as a peon to Death Jordan.
Then, of course, Jordan comes back, 95-96 season, post-death.
Mm-hmm.
Resurrection Jordan.
That's true. 23 again. 23 is both a life number and a denial of death number in its way.
45 Jordan was just a little too steeped in the limits of mortality.
Exactly. Fucking 1,000%.
Yeah, that was a rough one to watch.
Yeah.
So... we got
Wizards Jordan wearing 23 is some extreme denial of death stuff.
That's some dark, dark times.
Yeah.
Should we preview the Wizards Jordan thing we're gonna do?
I mean, we haven't made plans to do it yet. I mean, I'm going to, but yeah, we're gonna have a little paid podcast about Wizards Jordan.
Limited run Wizards Jordan.
We're not sure how to distribute it yet, but we're going to do it. Sometime.
It's not gonna be soon either.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan Endgame.
Bingo. He's got all the stones, and then they fart out of his ass.
I want to backtrack to the Heat though, because there's a very important addition to the Miami Heat roster.
Thank you.
You know who I'm talking about?
No. Go ahead.
I'm talking about Myers Leonard.
Oh, what's he wearing?
0, baby.
Get the fuck out of here.
Leonard is wearing.
Oh boy.
Share with me your thoughts on this.
Okay.
I feel like you might need time to process.
Yeah. Okay, so he wore 11 in Portland.
Good number.
Big man number, too. Because it looks like a big man. It's towers, you know.
It was a good one for him.
Yeah.
You know what number 11 says is never forget.
About Myers Leonard. And how could we?
Okay, so, all right.
I think that Myers... Okay. Myers did not have a terribly successful run in Portland. I think we can all agree to that.
Yeah, no. He had flashes at most.
Yeah, and there were times where he was genuinely embarrassing.
He didn't have a season.
The one before he got that contract wasn't bad, although it was not close to being a season. I'll give you that.
No, it was a stretch. He had a stretch. He went beyond flashes. He had a stretch.
Okay, so Myers is a very image-conscious young man.
100%.
He's
he literally has his own brand.
Yeah, he's on the gram. He's selling his stuff. He's on Cameo, I discovered last night. He is he cares about what people think about him. This is all to say that I think that Myers Leonard is wearing 0 is like a back to 0, baby. Here we are. Like when Jimmy Butler did that extremely dumb shit where he went to the practice facility at 3 a.m. and was like, the grind never stops. You know, here I am. I am the hardest worker in the gym. You know, Jimmy Butler bullshit. I don't need to tell anybody how that. The next day, Myers Leonard did it because Myers Leonard knew that like this was a way to get the juice, baby. You know, John,
he wanted the juice.
Yeah.
No, he wanted the juice.
Yeah, he wanted the juice, and so I think that Myers Leonard wearing 0 is him trying to be like, we're starting at 0. We're starting from nothing here on this Miami. All the baggage is gone. I think that that's what Myers Leonard is trying to do. The only problem with this is that this is not what 0 represents in the NBA. Right, John?
0 is a complicated number.
It's a chaos number.
Sort of. It's at its best, yes. It
is Arenas. It is Westbrook. It is what a crazy person wears.
So there's a very distinct difference between Agent 0, Gilbert Arenas, Russell Westbrook zeros, guys who are platonic ideal of 0, right?
Yes.
And then guys who distinctly did not come into the league as a 0 and choose that later when they change teams. Either because A, they got traded, or B, they left whatever team they were on and maybe just aren't getting as big of a contract and as much glory as they think they deserve.
Oh, so they're doing
like, oh, I see what you think of me. This is what you think I am?
Which is
well, I'm going to wear it.
Which is kind of what it seems like Myers is doing, although I don't think he sincerely feels that way. I just think that he realizes that that's a good performance piece to do.
Kevin Love changed his number to 0 when he got traded to the Cavaliers, which I think doesn't qualify on any of these scales. It's just
He genuinely could have done it because Westbrook is his friend.
I think it was something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it could have also been like, let's start from the blank slate again. Kevin Love.
Yeah.
But
is it weird that I respect that move out of Kevin Love?
I don't respect it. I respect it more than the other people who changed to 0. I think.
Okay. DeMarcus did it on the Warriors. Is that what you're about to say?
Well, first on the Pelicans.
Oh.
And he was, of course, he's always been a salty fella.
Mm-hmm.
So when he gets traded from this team that he has such a long history of grievance with, and is like 0, baby, it's like, oh, Lord, okay, all right. Myers Leonard might be just doing sort of a beta version of this.
Mm-hmm. A beta, as in like a weak male?
Well, in comparison to DeMarcus Cousins, yes.
Okay. Well, I feel weird talking about DeMarcus right now. Anyway.
Well, there's a lot of new stuff with him that sucks.
It's a nightmare. Anyway.
Yeah. But so Myers Leonard 0. You know who else is going to be wearing 0?
Anyway, so I think the Myers is doing performative nonsense. Also, I think that 0 should be reserved for Chaos Agents.
Well, in that category, or at least announcing himself as I'm going to be part of that category, as Bulls rookie Kobe White.
Oh, interesting. You're going to have to tell me a little bit about Kobe White. I don't keep up on rookies.
Kobe White's wearing 0. He's instantly one of the fastest players in the league.
Mm-hmm. No very 0. Very 0.
Very 0. He has enormous hair. His hair is huge.
Incredibly 0. That's some 0-ass shit.
And, he's been smoking dudes in the preseason, which, of course, is the preseason. But I was not thinking that he's going to be a rotation player in his rookie season, but it looks like he's going to be. And he is an ideal 0.
This is what I'll say. You need to earn it.
I think he's earned it.
But I think he's probably on his way to earning it.
Well, I mean, I don't think you earn it by actually accomplishing things in the NBA.
No, you earn it by being chaos.
You earn it by being 0, and he is.
Okay. I think that maybe we need to get some games under our belt before we say definitively that Kobe White has earned his 0. But it sounds like he's on track.
It sounds like he's 0.
Yeah.
There's 0 and, binary code. What's the other number in that one, Corbin?
It's 1.
It's 1. You know who's wearing number 1? Zion Williamson.
Oh. Okay.
What do you think about Zion wearing number 1? Here's what I think. Maybe he wouldn't be missing the first few weeks of the season with the right knee injury if he had a sturdier number.
Yeah, I'd say it's concerning.
He needs a bigger number.
I agree.
Also,
I agree.
Eric Freeman chimes in and says his last name is too long for 1 to be his number.
That's true, because it dwarfs 1 on the jersey.
Yeah,
there's no aesthetic balance.
Also, I think it overly embraces the "I am the chosen one" narratives that surround him.
Yeah, shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do that, Zion.
No, he should be thinking more along the lines of a Donovan Mitchell, perhaps. There are numbers out there to be claimed.
First off, I agree with that. If people are calling you the guy, you need to go with something that nobody has tried before.
Yeah, absolutely.
A while back for the Jordan podcast, we watched a game where Michael Jordan was playing against Charles Barkley. And I think that I would say that we did not talk about Michael Jordan at all.
No, because Barkley was such a fun times machine.
Yeah. I was watching Barkley highlights the other day, and it almost didn't communicate how fun Barkley is to watch play. Because although he does dope shit, don't get me wrong, The thing that makes him so energetic is the fact that he looks like a wagon train on fire out there.
Yes, he sure does.
And
he's short too.
It's concerning to me that Zion Williamson is giving himself one when his ideal aesthetic energy should be some Barkley shit. I'm not saying that he should wear Barkley's number. I saw Devin Booker 32, I believe he wore on the Suns.
Devin Booker wears 22.
Yeah, but Devin Booker was in a Slam magazine. You didn't see that Slam magazine thing with the...
I saw some images of Devin Booker that were just like immensely triggering.
Yeah, it was upsetting. Him in the Barkley jersey is just so gross.
I mean, I saw like D'Angelo Russell, who we'll get to in a minute, and also Towns, and I thought they looked pretty cool in the photos.
Well, Towns is wearing Garnett's jersey, which I find kind of obscene, but
they like overall their looks were okay. Well, then I saw like Devin Booker, and I was like, "Oh, fuck this!"
Yeah, and it's just like there's just something about him being like, associate me with Charles Barkley. That's just like, go fuck yourself, you child. You don't like Charles Barkley was a basketball elemental summoned from the depths of hell.
How many years would you say you aged when you saw Devin Booker wearing Barkley's jersey?
2.
2 full years.
2 full years. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went through a whole relationship when I saw it, and
God damn, dude.
and came out more jaded and angry and worried that I'm fundamentally unlovable. You know.
It's fair.
Yeah. The Booker thing is just okay. Sorry, I'm sorry to talk about Booker, but this is just we'll get to get back to Zion. It's concerning to me that he is viewing himself as one and not as I don't know 75.
No, don't be ridiculous. He's not 75.
Or okay, what about like not 42 because Robinson.
42 is not bad.
What about 49? Too weird?
Too weird.
Yeah. 40. Okay, 48 though.
48 something.
Yeah. Like I think that it's just concerning to me that Zion isn't like, I'm going to be 48th out there. Nobody is going to fucking know what hit them, man.
You could even be 15 for all I care.
Was 15? I associate 15 with our test personally.
Well, I didn't, but 30 would work. No,
30 would be pretty good.
That's Steph's number. Something more solid than 1 though. 1 is like, dude, you're too big for that.
You're too big. You're too weird, man. That like it isn't even about bigness for me. It's about weirdness. He's a fucking weird player. He does weird shit. Watching him play is a weird experience. It's Barkley-esque. And I think that a higher number, in part to identify solidarity with the lineman, and also like a weirder number is where you need to go. But to pick 1 is to just be like, I made it, baby. I'm one. I'm one. That's what this is all. Everybody's been talking about me. I went number 1. Everybody thinks I'm going to be good.
Yeah.
Check it out. It is some Derrick Rose bullshit.
I was just going to say, it didn't turn out that well for Derrick Rose.
Yeah, you're goddamn right.
Let's do a quick search here. Zion Williamson, high school. See what jersey he was wearing then. 12.
Better. Significantly better. Even then, not good enough. Once again, I really think that he needs to go, some unprecedented shit. 45, 48.
Not 45. Oh, he could just take 45 to be like, hey, Donovan Mitchell, like,
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I got this now.
Yeah, you wear what's a guard number? You wear
3.
Yeah, you wear 15 now, Donovan Mitchell. You wear.
You little bitch.
Wow.
So.
This is all to say, concerning number choice on Zion Williamson's part. Embrace chaos. Reject the order that one represents.
So how could I have not mentioned this earlier? Another man who's going from a integer to 0 is D'Angelo Russell. He's going from 1 to 0 now that he's on the Warriors. I find that very concerning.
I don't know about that. Do you think that D'Angelo's trying to put out there that he is chaos now,
or maybe that he's nothing but a trade piece?
Boy, oh boy, I don't know. He had a good year last year.
No, he had a good year and he's a good player.
It seems weird that he would be saying, "I had a good year last year." And now I'm sublimating myself to the will of nothingness. Myers Leonard style.
You think he's trying for more like chaos?
It just doesn't seem like you would say 0 after you made an all-star team if you were doing the Myers Leonard thing or the Kevin Love thing, you know?
Listen, I could be wrong about this, but I don't think anybody's started with an integer, gone to 0, and not gotten worse.
I would argue Love didn't get worse. He just kind of, what he did changed.
That's fair. I think kind of got worse too, though.
Not immediately. Like over the year, you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm being so generous to Kevin. You know why I'm being generous to Kevin Love? He seems all right.
He seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, honestly. He seems like a good dude. You know? I feel like that the stories about LeBron leaving that team and him still, like, hanging out with LeBron, I feel like that's, you know, that makes me think, like, you know what, that guy's all right.
I mean, you know what that is? That's just globalism.
Wow. Okay. All right. Sorry, I didn't know I was having Pat Buchanan on the show today. I didn't.
What?
You just went to globalism real quick, you know?
I mean, does mentioning globalism make you some sort of arch reactionary now?
I mean, it's part of the thing.
Well, it needs to be reclaimed because globalism is an issue that, transcends ideology.
Wow, okay.
But in any event,
so I suspect that D'Angelo is doing it as a chaos play. Thinking about D'Angelo Russell going to 0 on a team with Draymond, I just am worried. Why?
Well, they've lost a lot of, solid veteran presence on that team, and Clay's going to be out for most of the year. Mm-hmm. So Draymond and Steph.
Are we calling Kevin Durant a solid veteran presence?
Well, they lost Andre Iguodala. They lost Sean Livingston.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But they also lost Kevin Durant. He might kind of tip the scales the other way. But we'll see.
They lost Andre Iguodala. They lost Sean Livingston, and they have effectively for most of the season lost Klay Thompson.
Okay, that's true. They are, and you think that D'Angelo Russell showing up and being like, "Chaos is here, baby."
And Draymond having to be more of a manager than ever, having to be more of a teacher than ever.
Which is, I don't want to say he can't do it. It seems weird.
I don't think he can't do it. I think it's actually going to be really fun to watch him do it. But yeah. He's played with adults for a while.
Yeah, and he's Draymond's a grouch.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be interesting to see him lead from a position of grouchiness, you know?
Well, they also asked Draymond what he thought about D'Angelo on first day, whatever they call that, meet the team day, photo day, press day, media day.
Oh, yeah. First
day of school. They're like, what do you think about D'Angelo Russell? And he didn't not mention the Nick Young thing. He did mention it.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, it happened a long time ago. So could be an interesting.
Could be
dynamic.
a weird year. I do think that. Yeah, I think it's a weird choice. I think it's not a fit-in choice. That's what I'll say.
It's not a fit-in choice. I don't think so. No. Ersan Ilyasova.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Went from the number 77 to the number 7.
What's Ilyasova's relationship to the Turkish government again?
That's a good question. See if we can find out. Ersan Ilyasova, Turkish government. NBA fires Turkish Twitter vendor. This is in May of this year. See if we can find. Oh, this is an Enes Kanter story.
Mm-hmm.
They're making me subscribe. I can't read this.
All right.
I don't think he really has much of a thing.
Okay. He's trying to lay low. He's not going full Kanter or full Turkaloo.
Yeah, no, I don't think that he's no.
Okay.
77-7 though. It actually seems like the opposite of what D'Angelo Russell is doing. It's definitely a fit-in number.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, guys, I'm going to scale
what's
down.
With sevens though?
I'm going to scale down my sense of self here. Let's just go.
7 is the God number.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why is 7 the God number?
It just is. You never heard this before?
No, I haven't.
Well, I don't know I don't know why it's the God number off the top of my head. I just think it's a numerology thing, right? It's like in the Pixie song.
Yeah,
Man
I was
is 5.
The Pixie song, as you were saying.
Man is 5.
This monkey's gone to heaven.
The devil is 6. Then God is 7.
And God is 7. Yeah, I remember that. If you're ever trying to learn the bass guitar, the Pixies have a lot of good songs for starting out.
Mm-hmm.
Probably
a lot of dank riffs.
A lot of dank riffs, not too tough to learn.
Boom, 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 boom. You have to sing angelic counterpoints when you play them.
Yes, you do. Yeah. So 77-7 for Ersan Ilyasova, 35-7 for our guy Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is number 7 on the Brooklyn Nets.
He's not even really going to play this year, is he?
Yeah. To be clear, a year of posting.
Which, in a way, he's going to be playing in the greatest game of all.
Do you think that maybe he's actually just choosing 7 as his number for this year, and it's his posting number, and then when he comes back to the court next year, he'll change his number again?
Yeah, I hope.
I hope so. Yeah,
sounds cool.
But God is posting.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, look, this year just trying to fit in on Twitter.
Trying to have the most power on Twitter.
I hope he posts all year. A lot of respect for somebody with a poster spirit.
Yeah, I'm loving what he's doing, honestly.
Yeah.
Because it's not like this petty sort of shell account, grudge enactment thing.
Yeah, it's like
he's just getting in the pit and trying to love someone.
Exactly.
He's just talking to people like he's just one of them.
Yeah, which he is.
He always has been, is the thing.
Yeah.
Like he's never tried to contort himself into, whatever.
Never tried to do the Kanye thing.
No, he's always just been like,
I am God.
This is what I'm going.
Man, this
through.
new fucking Kanye thing. Oof.
I am pretty happily unaware of what's going on.
Oh, you are? Well, he's bringing the light of the Lord to all peoples.
Well, I know that's generally his.
I saw a picture of Kim Kardashian, his wife, and their daughter. And they're in a church wearing Mary get-ups. The scarf and all that shit. And the look on Kanye's daughter's face is definitely Wow, I wonder how long this one's going to go on.
You know, Kanye set himself on a trajectory quite a while ago where it was clear that unless he changed his path, he would be bound toward the ultimate grift.
Which is, of course,
exactly what
American Christianity.
Yes.
Yeah.
The sort of conflation of holiness and power.
Yeah.
That it embodies.
Apologies to Kevin Durant for talking about Kanye, because the thing about Kevin Durant is that he doesn't do that.
No.
Kevin Durant is not on the grift. It's like, say what you will. That guy does not have a plan when he goes into anything except for a basketball game.
Yeah, no, he's pretty sloppy in like a refreshing way.
Yeah.
Not in a get the slob out of here kind of way. Kind of like, oh, thank you for allowing your true humanity to show.
Jimmy Butler is the Kanye guy, I think. Like, I can definitely see Jimmy Butler in like 3 years doing all due deference to the Most High. God is my savior. Here are 8,000 videos of me at church on the grind.
I do think that unless things change, that's the path he's on.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be after he loses in the second round of a playoff series.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
It might even be a great indignity. Let's just say.
Yes, Mario Hezonia might be involved.
Oh, Mario Hezonia is one we could talk about as well.
We will, but as far as Durant to 7, I don't know, man.
I like it. I think maybe reading the God thing into it is probably, I don't know. It could be what he's going for, but I kind of doubt it. 35 is divisible by 7. Yeah. It is. I think that going away from the number he's had all along is good just in itself.
Mm-hmm. What? I will say that going away from it after you have an Achilles injury is very like, I am in the new phase of my career now.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, and I almost think that there's some honesty there, He's
been a very honest man ever since he tore that Achilles.
Yeah.
He's always been an honest man. He hasn't been honest with himself, though.
No, but who is?
Who is? He's trying, though. He's better at it now than he was recently.
Yeah.
This is Hell podcast at This Is Hell Radio is asking.
Oh, okay. It was like, this isn't that podcast. This is Take It or Break It.
No, but we're friendly with them.
Yeah.
They're asking if Pascal Siakam is being held back by the number 43.
No.
And I disagree with that entirely. 100%. I think that he's actually, it's actually a kind of ideal number for him.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool because it's weird.
I'm trying to. There's very few, but I think Rick Mahorn was a 43. I could be wrong.
That sounds right. Another deeply strange NBA player, Rick Mahorn.
He might have been 44. Not a lot of guys have worn 43. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and look,
Purvis
I know
Ellison.
that we said some things about Dwight Howard's number choice that would imply that I'm totally against prime numbers or or whatever the fuck he's wearing. No, Siakam's is cool. It's a cool number. He's a cool guy. On a certain level, the fact that he is such a fucking cool player, even if you could say 43, I don't know, he is so cool that he owns it, and he's so weird that he owns it. It's good. It's a good number. He is not being held back by it.
I like it a lot. Anthony Tolliver has worn 43.
I don't like
Kendrick
that so much. If Anthony Tolliver, nah, fuck that. You're not weird.
What about Kendrick Perkins wearing it? Here's what I say. Fuck that.
It's very lineman-y. Oh no, they usually wear higher numbers. I don't know why I keep going to that.
Yeah, you've been going to that quite a bit. Chris Humphries was also a number 43.
That guy's whole vibe is...
It's off to you.
Yeah, not good. So, this is... Pascal's the only guy on that list where I'm like, yeah, that's a good number.
I agree. I can't think of another good 43.
He's a weird player. If he's if any of these other guys, they're all normal assholes. They're all normies.
Brad Doherty. Brad Doherty was a good 43.
That's a tight 43.
Yeah. So there's two. There's two good 43s. The rest of them can. I like Anthony Tolliver. Don't get me wrong, but
he's not 43.
He's clearly a 44.
Yeah. Come on. Dude.
Maybe a 42, but not a 43. He hasn't earned that.
No, because
Anthony Tolliver, I love you, dude. You're not a prime number.
No. You're not like I can't wait to watch Anthony Tolliver do the Anthony Tolliver thing.
There are people who say stuff like that, but they're all lying.
Yeah. Come on.
And of course they're appealing to obscurity above all. But
exactly. And Anthony Tolliver is a cog in a machine.
He's a wonderful man.
Yeah.
A benevolent cog.
Don't get me wrong, but he's still a cog.
He's still a cog. He's not a prime number.
Come on.
All right. Mario Hezonia is number 44, man. Tell me what you think about this.
Wow, okay. What was he before?
I don't know. He's bounced around so much.
It's true.
I think he might have been 23 on the Knicks.
That's funny.
I could be wrong. No, he was 8. He was 8 on the Knicks.
Was he ever 23?
I mean, he fucking would be. No, he was always 8, but now he's going to be 44.
Huh. 4 plus 4 equals 8. Isn't that interesting? It's possible the Blazers have 8 retired?
What do you think about the theory that Mario Hezonia is catering to Portland's sense of itself?
It's 100% true.
Yeah,
I almost feel the best take I've heard about this was on We Already Had Clyde, which I wrote about for Willamette Week. It's going to be out in the Willamette Blazers preview. Fun fact. And to the point where I almost feel like I can't improve on it, but I also can't not mention. Seth Johnston said that he's pandering like a guy who doesn't want to go play in China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's at the point of his career where he's got to face facts. You know? He doesn't really have staying power as a player. So becoming a fan favorite is in his favor.
Has to do every fucking thing he can. And I don't mind, I get it. We've all been there. But it's pandering.
Couple more guys I want to mention.
As far as him wearing 8 or 44, which is 8 split up into 2 numbers. I don't know.
I like the number 44 generally.
He's a weird player. It's kind of a weird number. It's not 43 weird.
I'm with you. I don't have a lot of thoughts on the number, just on Hezonia himself.
Yeah. He has a longer name, so it works with the 44 as an aesthetic choice.
It's better than 8, I'll say that much. I think he's improved.
It's stranger than 8, for sure, and he's
I don't know why
player.
He chose 8 in the first place. If it was a Kobe tribute, then that was his first problem.
Mm-hmm.
But 44 is better.
What if him going to 44 is a continuation of his Kobe tribute? Now he's saying, I'm 20 more than Kobe.
That would be a little galaxy brain.
Yeah, a little bit. That's probably not the case.
I think it's not the case.
Yeah.
Let's see how he
does. Let's see how he does this year. Then I'll have a good verdict on this. I understand that that's not what we do here at the Jersey Number Semiotics Conference, but sometimes you have to do that.
A couple more guys I want to mention.
Okay.
And then we got to get out of here. Matisse Thybulle, rookie for the Philadelphia 76ers,
mm-hmm.
who is, first of all, getting a lot of hype these days.
Okay, you're going to have to tell me a few things about him. I haven't really been watching preseason.
It turns out that he's quite good already.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they picked him at
I've
number
not
20.
even heard of him. Where did he
Number
play?
20.
Where did he play in college?
He played Washington.
The University of Washington.
Yes, yeah, the Seattle one.
Mm-hmm. Is he
and-
older?
He's 22. Yeah.
Okay.
And his number is also 22. But he's getting a lot of buzz for being just like already a very viable defender.
Is his number really 22?
Sure is.
You know what? I respect it.
Well, I wasn't going to mention him on just sort of hype of what kind of player he is and number alone, but he happens to be dating Zendaya.
He is?
So, yeah.
How do you fandangle that?
Well, it's a great question. But I think that we wanted to find some truth in this number so we could try to figure that out a little better. Right?
I think he's wearing it because he came out late. I think it's a statement of like, I know what these fucking GMs will say about me. And so here's what it is.
And you know what it actually is to come out late that he's pumping up. And it's the same thing that Damian Lillard used early in his career. He's just more mature.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I bet that's appealing to Zendaya.
That's true.
You know, Brett Brown and Zendaya don't have that much in common.
No, they really don't. I've often said this.
You've often said this, but they probably both do appreciate the maturity of Matisse Thybulle.
If anything, if Brett Brown was in the Spider-Man movies, what role would he play?
What role would he play?
Yeah.
Aunt May?
No, he played J. Jonah Jameson, the exact opposite of who Zendaya is playing.
Fair.
You know?
Fair. The person who most annoys Peter Parker versus the person who most comforts him.
Yeah.
He was number 4 in college, which I think is a more look at me kind of number than 22. Of course, it's all context dependent because 22 on Jimmy Butler is the largest humble brag we've ever seen in a jersey.
It's true. But on this guy, it seems like I'm 22.
I'm ready to do some work.
Yeah. Daddy's home.
I'm ready to do some work on the floor for the 76ers and in the bedroom with Zendaya.
God damn it.
I had a more disgusting way of saying that, and
I also had a more disgusting way of saying that, and I also didn't say it.
I declined.
Yeah.
Ja Morant is number 12 for the Grizzlies. I like it.
Ja is a very good guard.
Very good point guard. I'm really excited, and here's especially why I like it.
Is it possible the Grizzlies are just going to be actually good this year? Because they have got that other fellow, right? Jackson.
I think they'll be like in the same category as like the Bulls this year, like mid to upper 30s.
Okay.
And I think that they're going to be a ton of fun to watch. Actually,
what I have to say about Ja is that 12 is a respectable guard number. And that's all. I respect it, you know?
I think it's a really powerful number for a point guard, especially a point guard like him who can really take it to the rack and dunk it.
What did Stockton wear again?
12.
Oh, interesting.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I could be wrong, but John Stockton, yeah, number 12, one of the greatest point guards of all time. What would we think of Karl Malone if he hadn't played with John Stockton?
We think what we should think about him,
which is less than what people said about him. Well, I think opinions of Karl Malone are kind of where they should be at this point, honestly. But when he was playing, he was an MVP. He was,
in fairness,
the
one of those MVPs was just because everyone was tired of Dad.
Yeah, everyone was tired of Dad. I feel like that's just what happens every year now, though.
What do you mean?
They just have to give it to someone new every year.
They're just constantly tired of Dad.
Yeah, even though like Dad, you only get to be Dad for 1 year now, and then it's over. Steph won it 2 years in a row, of course, but like I don't think they'll give it to Giannis again this year, and I think that there'll be a pretty strong case.
Who do you think who might they give it to instead? Because I think Giannis is the leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there will be a very strong case for him by the end of the season, but I don't think he'll get it. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they gave it back to LeBron if he plays enough games.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, though.
Yeah, the playing enough games part.
Yeah.
Maybe Joel, if he plays a lot of games. Maybe
Once
Jokic.
again,
Jokic.
how good would the Nuggets have to be for Jokic to win?
High 50s, which they're going to do.
I think they would have to be low 60s.
No, I don't think so. Because I think the floor for the playoffs in the West is going to be really high, but that the ceiling is not. I think it'll be like the 8 seed will win like 49 games, and the 1 seed will win like 59 games.
But even then, like the Bucks might go out and blast open 60 plus games again.
That's true, and that's Giannis's best path to the repeat MVP is if the West just cannibalizes itself. But Dame could win it too this year, I think.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either. But if you're thinking about it from a narrative,
the Blazers would have to win a lot, and I think that the Blazers are worse.
I think that the Blazers would have to win 55 games.
Maybe, but I think that even that is up in the air. So
it's fair.
I don't know if you have caught any vibes off of Whiteside's preseason, but it's going to shock you to hear this. He's not been very good.
Well, I'm pretty surprised by that.
Yeah, I know. Wow, who knew?
Well, Corbin, I'm out of things to say.
You are? Did Whiteside change his number?
I don't think so. Let's find out.
I'd be willing to talk about that.
Looking for an image of him on the Blazers. Nope.
All right. Well, never mind. I guess I'm out
He's
of
still
also,
21.
I'm also out of things to talk about.
It's been swell.
It's always a pleasure, John.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to have our NBA preview on, by we, I mean me, I guess. We're going to have our NBA preview come out on Monday. We're going to record it over the weekend. The people we had scheduled couldn't get on for Friday, so I put John in this slot, even though I would normally put John in a Monday. So hold on to your horses. That preview will be out on Monday. Rate and review this podcast on iTunes. Check out my newsletter. It's called Bad Photojournalism at Substack. And that's all for me. You got anything to promote, John?
Yeah, check out we're rolling out team previews over at the Shocker.
Oh yes, of course. I will have written one of those too.
I have one up about the Thunder today.
Mm-hmm.
Excited for this weird ass Thunder team.
I think people are a little too low on the Thunder. I mean, you know,
blast.
People want to see Chris Paul fail really bad.
They do.
It makes me sick, but whatever. Live your life.
They leave reason.
I'll say it if nobody else will. It's Joey Devine's most untenable take.
Yeah, he's not dumb though. He understands how good Chris Paul is.
Yeah, I get it. But his craving to see him suffer is.
Yeah, it's a little too much.
Yeah, come on, Joey.
Yeah. I'll also have a book coming out, Mouse House Books, pretty soon. So
cool. Check that out. It's called Jad's Dad Milo.
Yeah, check that out, bro. And Corbin, I will talk to you later.
All right, and John, I will talk to you later. Feels like maybe the audience didn't need to hear that, but yeah. So thank you, everybody.
Oh, audience, I will talk to you later.
Yeah, he will. So everybody, thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day.